Happy Sunday out there in the YouTube vinyl community, music lovers, music collectors. Edward here. Welcome to Prog Rock Tommy's Corner. I do have a vinyl update with two new CDs, and these are things that I traded here this past week. Like I said, today is Sunday, and it's a nice day here. But before I begin, I'd like to make a comment and just share a few things. Last night here in my city was pretty crazy. I'll just put it that way. And as I've watched some of the news, it's crazy in other cities in Texas and in other states. So if I may make this one comment, I hope all the cities, including mine, will calm down and all the smoke will clear. Last night was a little bit on the nervous side here because I live about 3, maybe 4 minutes away from the city where there was a lot of things going on, a lot of noises, and just a lot of unrest. I'll put it that way. So last night was a little bit nervous here. We did manage to get to sleep and everyone is safe here. And it kind of just reminded me about when I lived back in Pasadena, Texas, and we used to have these brownouts or blackouts where for a while there was no electricity, and as a little kid you could hear from where I was living all the noises, the sirens, just like last night. It was just pretty it was scary, but we made it through. I'm grateful to be here, and I just want to say that I just leave it at that. To get to the platform is about my recent vinyl pickups and CDs, and just thank you again for letting me share that. Thank you to all my new subscribers, and all the comments have been great. Thank you so much. Appreciate everyone out there. I hope everyone is doing well out there. So I got my notes here so I wouldn't forget anything that I wanted to talk about. Okay, the first CD I want to show is a band called Gong, a band in which I came familiar with them about 4 or 5 years ago. The CD's not in it because I've been listening to it quite a bit. And this one is an album they released in 1973, Flying Teapot. This is on the label Charly, Charly. I'll leave details about it in the comments below on these two CDs. But I really enjoy the music of a Gong. They're a progressive rock band, and at times they have that space rock side to them. And so it's just a really interesting, I love the music. One other thing I'd like to mention, there was an article that came out in one of those prog rock magazines. I think the article was a story of prog rock albums. And the Flying Teapot album was ranked number 35 out of 100 on the list. That's a pretty good ranking. I think I have the article, so I may go back and read it and familiarize myself with it. But Gong, if you can, check them out on YouTube. It might be your cup of tea. Now, the next band that I'm going to talk about, again, another band that I got familiarized about 4 years ago too. They're a 70s American rock band from Philadelphia. Bang. B-A-N-G. This is on Savant Records. This is Death of a Country. I really love the label. And I love this label period because they've reissued a lot of really good, interesting progressive jazz records, all kinds. Check out the website. A lot of good stuff. Bang made 3 records for the record company Capitol Records. They also had a minor hit single called Questions, heavily influenced by Black Sabbath. They are a heavy rock and at times heavy metal band, in my opinion. The song Death of a Country has some really interesting, haunting, heavy lyrics, and I'll just share those a little bit, not the whole thing, but just some of the lyrics from the song. This is from their song Death of a Country. Living isn't as good as it seems. Our country's dying before our eyes. What has happened to cause this scene? They say we're trying, but it's only lies. The man put us here to do good things. Very interesting lyrics. Like I said, I don't know too much about Bang, but I did discover there's a Bang story on YouTube, so I may check on that, see a little bit about their history. So those are my 2 CD finds. Now here are 5 records. 3 of them are new, and I did trade for these, and 2 of them are new used. Start off with Anthony Braxton on the Actual label. This is what do you want to call it? I'm sorry, I'm going blank there. I don't want to say progressive jazz, but it is jazz fusion. It is really, really good record. Like I said, I haven't opened it, but I know this because I went to check out it on YouTube and listen to it, and I was like, yeah, that's going to be one of my trades for. So got a good deal on it. Haven't opened it, but that's Anthony Braxton, added to my jazz collection, and my first record by him. That's the another record is a band from the what they call the Canterbury scene. This is my first time owning this album, and it is a reissue with a bonus track, and it's Matching Mole. And the musicians, 2 of the musicians some folks might be out there with is Robert Wyatt, who was in the Soft Machine for a little bit, and David Sinclair, who recorded some records with Hatfield in the North. And that is a good band as well too, and the Soft Machine. So this is my first time having this on vinyl, and I look forward to spinning this today. Now this next one is a blind buy, but it really intrigued me, and I really got interested. And I'm not sure how you say this name. I'll take a shot at it, excuse me. But I also mention it in my comments in case anyone wants to check them out. I'm not sure if there's any YouTube clips to listen to. But this band is a Spanish prog rock band. It says that they are a 3 hard rocking power trio from Barcelona. This is Tapiman. Love the art cover. The Red Skull. No, not the Red Skull from the villain that's in the Villain Against Captain America. But it's an interesting cover. And like I said, this is a blind buy. Apparently they do have another album called Hard Drive. I'm not familiar with that, but I'll probably track that one down. But they say on this, and I like this, it says a Spanish monster rarity from 1971. Then they say other bands that they may be influenced or sound like, and I'll name them: Black Sabbath, Cream, Mountain, Thin Lizzy, and Amber Boy Dukes. So this has a new remastered sound, and I look forward to listening to this. Again, I'll type the name so in case I said that wrong. The last two were some Who editions that I didn't have to the collection. I thought I did, but apparently I didn't when I looked. But I've got a nice gatefold cover of Pete Townshend's Who Came First. This is what's interesting about a record like the record that mentions a label on the outside here. It says Decca, then it says MCA. Then when I take the record out, it's Track Records. So I don't have it because it's still on my turntable and I'm still listening to it. But I really enjoy this record. Some of Pete Townshend's best material. Some of it, and it probably is, and I have to go look this up, sounds like songs that could have been on Quadrophenia. And one of my favorites is Sheraton Gibson. I really like that song. And I like the way the album ends with this content, some poem. And I'm not sure how you say the last track, but some universal prayer. Check this out. It's really a good Pete Townshend solo album. And my last vinyl new used record, I thought I had this, but I didn't. And I found one with the nice, the texture cover. The Who by Numbers. One of my favorite Who albums. It's on the regular MCA record label, records where it's like the clouds and a little bit of a rainbow look to it. But this is an album that has some really strong songs on here. I love the whole album, but I'll just mention the highlights. Slip Kid, However Much I Booze, the big single hit, Squeeze Box, Success Story, They're All in Love, and I love the Blue, Red, and Gray, and How Many Friends is a favorite, which at times I can identify with that song. It's kind of a sad depression song, but I'm sure Mr. Townsend there was sharing some stuff. But I really do love that. I really do love and like that song a lot. How Many Friends? Well, and it also, this album features the piano playing of Nicky Hopkins. Who by Numbers. Well, vinyl community, music collectors, music lovers, that's it for this vinyl update. I do want to mention, and I'll leave a link to my contest video if anyone is interested out there. It ends this coming Friday on the 5th of June, so I'll leave that link. And if you do like this channel and you do like the content, I mean, I just talk about music here, records. Again, thank you for letting me share my beginning thought there. And if you'd like to subscribe, you're welcome to hit subscribe. And if you'd like to receive any notifications when I post a video, you can hit the bell. Again, thank y'all very much. Take care and be safe out there.